Good night, good morning, good afternoon, my gentle people. Welcome once again to another Sports Frenzy podcast. And promise see me on a Friday, you know that it has to do something with football. It has to be something in regards to football. And guys, we apologize for not having a show on Wednesday and also yesterday because I know you guys were looking forward to seeing us discuss what happened in the Champions League, but sadly we weren't here because of some issues that came up that had to be sorted out. And you know, you guys were also looking forward to a cricket show because you wanted to hear what Dima had to say. But sorry for the inconvenience caused. But here we are tonight once again, here to discuss some football. And as you can see, currently I have the voice of average players, the voice of bug players, Sir Kim himself. Welcome, boss. Welcome.
I'm a general. I look on the little voting thing. I'm not really follow it, but I see my preps up on Facebook. I'm say, I see the poor cross vote for me and take back your vote. I did even vote. So I wonder if we're gonna show up on the show today. But apart from that, you know it go already, brother. Can't complain. Life is great. I have nothing for complain about, brother, at all.
Wonderful, brother. And we also have a man that only shows up when Arsenal is doing well. Once Arsenal start to lose or draw some games, and I know that the producer watches keenly. Isn't that right, producer? Yeah, the producer said we're talking about Sherwin. Once Sherwin sees Arsenal performing well, he's going to be on the show. So Sherwin, how are you doing? I can see that you're kind of looking like you get some fresh, like you get a fresh cut.
No stand, no fresh cut, just cool like a wine. No snow. Probably a snow a rub off palm me still, you see it. But yeah, everything good so far. Me don't know the rubbish what you just said about Arsenal, but anyways, we
Oh,
discuss that for another time.
I don't talk rubbish on this show. I leave that to you. You're the garbage collector. But anyways, big up to the people comment section. Owen Dilworth, big up yourself. Christoph, big up yourself. Michelle, as always, big up yourself. Pepe, big up. And here what? To all our moderators, don't forget at night time. And I want you guys to spam the comment section, tell people to like the video and ensure that they've subscribed if they haven't done so. So moderators, do your job, or else I'm going to take back that moderation from you guys. And I don't like taking back things.
See,
I was taught well by my mom.
I see Pepe Paul in the comment section. Pepe, I know you win some money last weekend and we're ready up again. So ensure you're here for the show. And we have some nice juicy bits to give you. All right, boss?
Facts. So this is where we're going to start. I like to just go ahead and just look back at a few games that took place in it. So first up, um, Champions League, yeah, as I said on the show the other day, Chelsea won. Whatever happened, Villarreal game it drew, and then two games that followed, Man United drew 1-1 with Atletico, and Ajax. I believe that finished 2-2, right, against Benfica. So three of the matches drew, while Chelsea were the only victors on this in this round. But then we have Premier League football, and Burnley. Wow, Burnley got a 1-0 victory over Tottenham Spurs, and Tottenham were a team that coming off a high beat in Man City, but once again they were back down to hurt. As we always expected that they get pumped for teams like City and then they get garbage teams like Burnley and struggle. Now look at it, Kims, and that's now what? 4 loss out of 5, and you heard Conte came out and he said a lot of things. A lot of things that I know that you'll say if it was your particular coach, a man that is now doing gardening, came out and said those things, he would have been crucified and all those things. So, what do you have to say about this one, Kems?
So Conte, right? I think he came out again today and I guess he clarified those comments.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically saying that, when he loses, don't expect him to take you to dinner or go to dinner. He needs at least 1 day to recover. And I'm saying, boss, you're in the wrong profession if this is what losing get you, because in this particular profession, you are going to lose. No ifs or but nor maybe you're going to lose. I just think he needs to control his emotions. But as I said, I don't think Conte has a middle ground. He's extremely when they beat Man City, right? When they beat Man City, him come out and him say, I'm paraphrasing. I have the best crop of players. We are playing excellent football. Yada yada yada. When they lose to Burnley now, oh, I need to have a talk with management. The coaches always change for Tottenham, but the players never change. Probably I'm just not good enough. So he doesn't have a middle ground. It's either extremely high or extremely low. But you can't take anything away from Burnley. I think in the second half, I think Burnley was definitely the better team, and obviously they made use of their chance. I think we have a couple analysts who have Burnley to stay up, and I know Sherwin right here. He was a bit conflicted because he want Tottenham lose, but he want Burnley lose too. But I think when he speaks about it, I think he'll be okay with Burnley getting these 3 points just for this one time. But Burnley really and truly look like they're fighting to stay up. They're taking the character of the head coach of the manager, and it's really
Facts.
nice to see. So I think it's going to go down to the wire. Everton in the mix, Leeds in the mix,
Facts.
Brentford in the mix. So it's going to be a tough. I think it's going to go down to Championship Sunday.
Aston Villa in the mix.
Be careful, no, they're not. So
27 points. Come on, man.
I think it's going to go down to Championship Sunday. And hey, Burnley have two big games coming up. So let's see
Mhm.
how they fare with those two big games.
All right, and as the Shakes in the comment section, big up yourself. I see Avani in the comment section, big up yourself. And I see Adrian Nicholson, big up yourself. And yes, Christoph saying that how Burnley playing now, they are going to stay up. They have been playing really well. And otherwise, from that Liverpool loss in the mix, that they lost 1-0. So it was also a close game. They have been doing fairly well. And your Shake saying that if Burnley stay up, Everton will get swapped with them. And I'm sure that Kems would be happy with that one because Kems will come here and Kems will beat Adrian Nicholson and Michelle all day, all night long about that fake coach Frank. But I'm sure you're one that don't like that kick up on the flank and run team, talking about Burnley. But then you're also not a fan of Spurs. You don't like these teams. So when you look at this, how did you feel about this result?
You see, Burnley picking up 3 points here and there won't really save them and from going down. So this point in time, I was okay with the 3 points for Burnley. That's totally fine. So Kems was right. Kems was really right with that. But touching on the Conte thing.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't see why people beating up themselves about what Conte said. I really don't see anything wrong with what he said. What he said was plain facts. Spurs have not been able to do anything over for decades. I think the last thing they won was the FA Cup in 2009 or 8 or something like that. But that was probably the last thing that they won over 10 years ago. Um, and he's right. Tottenham keep on changing managers, and the players remain the same. And they expect that these managers are going to come in and produce something miraculous that is going to change the entire club, and Tottenham is going to all of a sudden become
Oh,
this super team that will challenge for trophies and
sh-
challenge for
hold
the league
on.
title. That will never.
Hold on, Sherwin. So I understand that you have a bad taste in your mouth for Tottenham. I understand that. But I just have a
Facts.
couple questions to ask you. Was Conte forced to take this job? Yes or no?
And
No, no,
listen,
no. Listen, hold on. When me ask you, I just want yes or no. We don't want an explanation. Just yes or no. Was Conte forced to take this job? Yes or no?
without something behind the yes, me nah answer you.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
He wasn't forced to take the job, Kems.
Okay.
But on the other hand, if Tottenham as a club want to make progress, right, they will listen to what this man is saying. We're talking about a man who knows how to win trophy. You're talking about a Tottenham, who had the likes of Jose Mourinho and now Antonio Conte at the club. right?
All right.
And both managers are well. Conte's in is what is in couple months now, right? But what we are saying now, Kems, is that
Mhm.
Jose Mourinho underperformed, right? Couldn't win a trophy, and now Conte is underperforming. You understand what I say? So at the end of the day, what Conte had to say about the club changing managers and the players remain the same. I have no issue with that whatsoever.
No.
If you are a club, if you are a so-called big six club, clubs like West Ham and Wolves shouldn't be challenging you for that sixth spot. You get what I say?
All
Because
right.
you
All
should have
right.
that. Listen, for me, Tottenham does not have the quality.
Well,
They
well,
don't
we
have the
can.
quality
Well,
to
we can.
even
All
think
right.
about challenging for the Queen's teacup.
All right. So listen. All right. So first of all,
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, every week, last Sunday, you call me Kinky Kims. No, you call me liar. You give me a different name every single time we come on the show. But listen, boys. What I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is that we have to be fair. As much as I don't like Jose Mourinho, before he got fired, he took Tottenham to a final. Yes or no? Took them to a final,
Yeah,
right?
he took them to a final. Yeah.
All right. When he took them to a final, what place was he in the league when he got fired? I don't even remember. But he took them to a final. So I'm saying that is some. So you say he underachieved. I mean that is some form of progress. However, Conte is widely known, especially on this forum, especially in the Facebook group. Yes, sorry, there. Um, Conte is known as a top three, top four manager in the
Mhm.
world. In the world. So all I am saying is that no one forced Conte to take the job. No one held a gun to his head and said, "Hey, you must take this Tottenham job." He
Mhm.
knew the challenge. He knew the challenges that were posed being a Tottenham coach. Like he knew
Mhm.
it, right? So
Mhm.
again, I can't like I can't feel sorry for somebody that create their own demise. Like I cannot do that. So, for example, if you're going to a workplace and you know that the workplace is toxic, but you still decide to take that job, like no, you can't come complain about it. I'm gonna feel sorry for you. Absolutely not. You create your own demise, so you just have to deal with it. And I believe this is a situation where him just have to just deal with. I don't want to hear about, oh, I don't like losing. I don't want to hear none of that. We all know Tottenham history. And if me and you and Levon can sit down here and discuss it and know it, guess what?
Mhm.
Conte must know more than what we know. And he still
Mhm.
decided to go and take the job, probably think he can turn water into wine. It not gonna
I
work
think
like that.
I think the problem with Tottenham, Kems, is that
Mm-hmm.
that Daniel Levy probably painted a glaring picture to these managers that hey, this is what I'm going to do over the next transfer window and the window after that, and then he
Okay.
ends up not doing anything in those
Well, it
in those
well,
windows.
it well. Conte got some players. Conte
Yeah, he got
released some players, and he got
yeah
some players.
yeah.
No, but
He got.
you're what though, I'm sure with.
Mm,
The thing is that, and I'm on the side of Kim's in relation to this argument because, all right, you have seen how Levy has done things over and over and over, whichever manager that's coming, right?
mm,
The only time that I can really say that he spent a whole lot of money was that I think it was that summer when they brought in Lamela and all those guys. I think they spent close to 100 million. Pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they brought in a lot of players in that window, right? But otherwise than that, this man has always been the shrewd businessman that he doesn't really buy players for a lot of money and he only signed one and two players. So even if he promised you as a coach that hey, I'm going to do this, his
mm,
track record doesn't speak for it. So you yourself would be taking a bait, that doesn't necessarily mean that will fit according to what you want. So at the end of the day, the coaches has to be blamed as well because
Uh,
you are the ones that take the job
uh,
and you know what the
absolutely,
money is about.
absolutely, Levon. And let us not look at it. Let us not look like them. Come on, when we look at Conte's CV, right? When we look at Conte's CV, come on, you just win the championship. You just win the title with Inter Milan. You have also won a Premier League at Chelsea. You're not starved for money. You're not desperate. Why are you going to now take up a Tottenham job? So when you take it up, no, I just don't want to hear any excuses. I
Facts.
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear how bad Tottenham is. I don't want to hear how bad the players are. I don't want to hear none of that. Get the job done, boss. That's it.
no, but the thing is, Kems, still what the man said no wrong. Still what the man said no wrong. Because if it was an Arsenal, would have said the same thing. You change manager every day, you not change the players. and I players them are crap, right? Man U the same thing. Aston Villa the same thing. Our Newcastle or whoever on the support, because we confused about that now.
No, bro, I'm a
Who-
Manchester United fan.
Okay, so but yeah, I said the same thing, right? The team are underperform. You have 1, 2, 3 managers change, and you can't win a trophy. So obviously, it no come down to the manager again. It have to
No,
do
but
with the crap of players what you have. You
no, but
understand? And
no,
that's why top clubs will always replenish their squad with top quality because they
Bobby.
always want to
All right,
compete.
but let me show you some bones. Why didn't, and this is a guy I don't really rate as a coach, but him have sense. Why didn't Frank Lampard take Norwich job? Why never take it?
No,
Why?
outright facts we can't say, yo, Francis said this, the team I did not go down and whatever, so he nobody take the job. Yeah.
Frank could have taken it and say, okay, let me be captain, save a team, and try and secure and save Norwich. But he
Yeah.
didn't do it because
Yeah.
obviously you have to analyze the whole situation and say, boy, this is a fit, probably not enough for me. You know,
Mhm.
that's why, and that is why, you know, when I was a Manchester United fan, that is why when people were saying, hey, I need Conte at United, I need him, I said, no, we don't need him at United because if you look at the front office at United, if you look at the hierarchy at United,
Mhm.
they're not going to just sit down and bend over backwards for Conte and whatever Conte need. You know, so, you know, and then he would have just probably just walk out for the job as well. I would have come out and say the same thing
Uh,
and say, oh,
so
I have to be
Kems,
taught. Yes, sir.
I want a female, a man new CEO
Bro,
or
bro,
whatever.
bro. Come on. Carry on, Gibbs.
Yeah, so, you know, so again, you know, on me say he's a big coach and I mean him CV tell the whole story. But I think this one, I think he made up. And come on, as human beings, you know, we make bad choices sometimes. And
Yo,
I
Kems,
think he
don't get
probably.
me wrong, you know. My
Mhm,
last point, Levan and Kems and Ryan just come, so you don't know me. I said, do not
mhm,
get me wrong. From the
mhm,
moment Conte step foot into Tottenham, I said to myself that this guy's career is going to go down.
mhm.
It's going to go down. I said it. But what I'm trying to say is the statement that he made over the week in the week, I do not disagree with it. I
I
agree
don't
with it.
I don't know. I don't want to hear that from as a player on the team, I don't want to hear that from my coach. That is
Okay.
just me. I don't want to hear
Mm,
that from my coach.
not true.
And you're saying that it's obvious. Leafy said one thing to convince Conte to come in, and if you realize they really spent little money in January facts, because if you're being honest, all the Kulusevski, not Kulusevski, I mean Bentoncourt they spent, and Kulusevski is basically a loan and overtime they'll actually probably purchase him.
Mhm.
All right, we're just going to move on to the next game because we really want to get to the games on the weekend. So I'm just going to
We
finish
can
one.
just get a word in about this whole
Definitely,
contest situation. I
definitely.
think I blame Conte for going like that. You can't be in charge of a team and you just go 100 at them like that. Move from 0 to 100 at them like that. The players throw everybody under the bus. Oh, it's not me, it's them. You are the coach. You are in charge. You have to take some of the blame. Yes, you have never lost 3 in a row. Yes, you have never lost 4 out of 5. But you know what you've got yourself into. Everybody, if we are fans and we know what him get himself into, him can't tell me same don't know what him get himself into. I
Facts.
think the reason why he went there was because his friend, one name Patrick, whatever one name, the sporting
Patricia.
director for Tottenham, is him good friend. So, but remember also, Conte turned down Tottenham in the summer, and then him turn up there 3 months later. So he knew exactly what he was getting himself into, based on the fact that he turned them down summer. And everybody know the type of person Daniel Levy is, and everybody know the type of person Conte is, and that is water and oil. They were never going to mix. Same way like our Conte, there was no way Jose and Levy was going to mix. And
Facts.
him and Conte had a similar personality. So once
Definitely.
he saw what happened to Jose, that should have been enough evidence to suggest to him
One
that,
question, though,
oh,
Ryan.
this won't work.
One question. Didn't Conte came out the other day and said that this set of players that he's working with at Tottenham is the best set of players he has worked with? So, how
I
is it?
saw, I
How is
saw,
it?
I saw, I saw, I saw it, but I never hear it. But I saw
And
the, I saw
so
the
my thing,
clip.
my thing is that Remember the other day he said that the players are not good enough. Remember he said that some time ago, you know. Then he came back and said this is the best set that he has worked with.
Yeah, but Conte knew also that he's getting what the Tottenham that he get is a project team. He knew
Yeah,
that
but
from
what
coming
I'm
in.
saying, Ryan, is that he's confused because this minute he's saying that they're not good enough. Next minute he's saying that they are the best that he has worked with. I remember that
And
he has worked
if he win the next game, he going to say something different.
Mm-hmm.
with.
I'm just going to move from left to right, left to right, left to right,
Him
depending on
and
the result.
Jose in a class
Yeah,
together.
because you realize that him say, okay, him come out the following day and say, oh, I become I lose, but I say so. Nobody no like lose. They expect to be happy if I lose. That's what I'm coming out and say. Them have Nicola there. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Well, the next game was Crystal Palace given to Watford. What Kim's team Aston Villa should have done and beat them up by 4 goals to 1. Jean Philippe Mateta was on the score sheet first. Then you have Conor Gallagher, a man that was in Ryan's team in the draft. Then you have Wilfried Zaha, a man who missed the other day and cost him some points. He scored twice, so good victory for them right there. Let's move on to the next one, where, as expected, Liverpool get a team to dump up, and this is what they do with teams like Leeds. 6 in their net, in which that could have easily been 8, 9, 10 easily. So they did what they had to do, and 3 points behind Man City, all to play for right now. So wow, EPL is eating up, and I see some people start backtracking on the one team league, the Bush League, the Farmers League, because they started to call EPL that sort of league. Um, the next game, and I'll just allow this fellow to talk about it a little bit. Wolves were beating their asses at halftime, and for some crazy reasons, Wolves allowed this team to come back and beat them by 2 goals to 1. And from the moment that Aubameyang is step foot out of that club, Lacazette seemingly say, "Hey, it's my time to step up," and he has been doing fairly well. So Sherwin, you're a minute to talk about your team because, as I said, you only show up when your team is doing well.
No, stop that. You know me show up every Friday now. So stop that. No, everybody who followed the Arsenal Wolves rivalry over the last 2 weeks would have known that this game was going to be a very interesting and tough game. Um, the current Arsenal team gives off no signs of fear whatsoever. They are doing really, really, really well. And it's been a long time that an Arsenal fan can probably sit down with 1-0 down and still be comfortable, right, in the game, not worrying or fretting or like Wolves are gonna beat we. But it just show the Wolves game just show the character of our team. So we played Wolves 2 times, right? And this is what I'm trying to show people that Arsenal have turned a corner. If we lose the next game, whatever, Arsenal still turn a corner. We played the first Wolves game 10 men down early in the second half, right? We won 1-0. This game, we played 95 minutes of football. We did not give up. And even after the game, we still never give up because we hear so we celebrate too much. So we carry the celebration after the game. So we played probably 105 minutes of football yesterday, right? And the thing is, the team showed character because at 1-0, 84 or 85 minutes, you're going to say, all right, take a point, call it a day. This team continued pushing. They continued pushing. And I have to big up Pepe, who was frozen out of the team for a bit and come back as score and assist, right? And obviously, Mikel Arteta said since Pepe came back from African Cup of Nations, there's just something different about him, right?
So the man interested in playing football again.
So hopefully that's a good thing because with at the back end of the season now you need guys like that to really step up and to really show their character. But the team is doing well. I don't have a problem anywhere with the team whatsoever. They're doing really well. Everybody know that we're a young team just trying to build. And top 4 is in our hands. And if worst case scenario, Arsenal will be in Europe next season. That's going to be
Even
I must.
conference?
Whether conference or what, and it's hard that, and I don't see Arsenal finish. When I'm looking at the league table right now, Ryan, not considering games in hand, right? When I'm looking at the table, Arsenal would have to really do something drastic over the next couple of games for them not to finish in top six. They would have to drop some real farm not to finish in top six over the next couple
Who
of
is that
weeks.
seventh now?
So West Ham, Wolves, and Spurs.
Seventh, look there now. Two of them can the seventh. Three of them can the seventh.
Wolves
No,
is in
no,
seven.
me I try to good on in a order who
I
will
just
go.
said it, man. Why you
So
guys
Wolves
said the
in
same?
seventh.
Wolves
How
is in
much
seven.
points is Wolves on?
Wolves on 39
No, boss.
points,
They're on 40 points.
40
Wolves on
points.
40 points. How much games?
25.
And Arsenal in fourth. And how much?
No, they're in
And how much?
fifth.
Fifth. And how much
Fifth.
points?
45 points, 24 games. So they have 2 games over. Well, not
Okay,
2.
so let's
One
just
game.
say
One game
48.
over Wolves.
Let's say 48. So 40 and 40, yeah. Yeah, 8 points is a hard makeup.
Yeah, it's a hard makeup, so it really
Ryan,
in our hands.
you're the thing for Wolves in this game. Had Wolves won this game, it would have put Wolves on what? 43 points, I believe. Yeah. And Arsenal would have been on 42. So
42,
here you would
yeah.
actually have a
Let's just say Arsenal win them next game that the one behind Wolves on, then unless Arsenal don't win the next game, then it is open.
and
You
the
can
next
consider.
and the next game that they have is against a bug side. Because
Watford.
they have Watford Arsenal remaining games. I'm just going to run through their fixture. So they have Watford away, they have Leicester home, they have Liverpool home, they have Villa away, they have Crystal Palace away, they have Brighton home, they have Southampton away, they have Man United home, they have West Ham away, they have Leeds at home, they have Newcastle away, and they end the season playing against Everton.
Decent run.
Decent run.
Yeah,
But
decent. Yeah,
the thing
decent.
about it, Dorian, is that you see quite a few of the teams that Arsenal will be playing. Will
Oh,
be
they have Chelsea too, but we don't know when.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they will
yeah.
try to stay off relegation. That's how Spurs are as well in the mix. So those are the 2 games in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But time will tell.
And those 2 games, if they lose them 2 games there, then that is a problem for them.
Who?
Facts.
For who?
Spurs and Chelsea.
Oh.
The game in hand. So you have to kind of get something from one of the 2.
Yeah, if Arsenal doesn't get anything from one out of those 2 games, Arsenal will go right back down further. So they need to get something out of one of those 2 games.
Me not think so, because when I look on the league one way, me not think so.
No,
Yeah,
we're not looking at it one way. We just expect the other teams to drop points, but I'm saying,
No.
considering
Yeah,
that you drop
teams-
points against those 2, you're giving other teams a chance now to
Yeah,
catch
you're
up.
giving other teams a chance. But to be honest, me always count Chelsea and Tottenham games as 0 points. 0. Because one is a next door neighbor and the other is your city rival.
But if some case showing that mean that you're opening a slot for the teams.
Yeah, give Wolves and them team their chance now.
Yeah, me know that, but that's why I said, like, even if that happens, I can't see Arsenal finish or still not finishing inside the top 6.
Okay.
Wait, Chelsea's on which point?
I don't think you guys are safe, because you guys think Chelsea's on 50 points.
Yeah, because but let's twist it now, Ryan. If Arsenal win those 2 games in hand, we are 2 points behind you, because we have you play 2 games over us. I saw never.
No, surely.
No, one game.
No, you'll go ahead of them if you win both games.
Really?
Yeah, because you're on 45, you'll get 6 points. That's 51, and they'll be on 50.
True. Including playing them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't stop smile, kind of.
Welcome to the Emirates.
All right. Yeshik saying that 3rd and 4th is up for grabs.
Yep.
And he also saying that he agrees that Arsenal can finish lower than 6th. All right, we're just going to move forward on the game that took place around today. Southampton got a 2-0 victory over Norwich, and Southampton has been doing quite well of late. They've been playing some good football, and they're now up to 9th in the table on 35 points. And as I said, I think 35 will be the pass mark for the teams that will survive. So Southampton is
Remember last season, Southampton was doing all of this, and by the time they get safe, them just stop playing
Drop
football.
off. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But right now, I can confirm that Southampton is probably safe as it stands right now. So they got a 2-0 victory. Good win again. Che Adams was on the score sheet, and Horiel, you want to know that's a player that Dima really likes. So good win for them. Norwich once again find it too much again because I don't know about Sherwin had some belief the other day that I could have stole something from Liverpool, but Norwich is a team that they belong in one place, and as Ryan said from the beginning, from they came up, Norwich is a yo-yo team, and they're going to go right back down. So good win for Southampton.
Well, not only is Norwich a yo-yo team. I think they need to change. We need to change their front office and whoever
Owner.
select.
No, the owner needs to change, bro. The owner is too cheap.
No,
Bro. Remember I
man.
said it to you.
Listen,
No, hold on, Kims. Listen what I'm saying. Remember I said it to you the other day in a farm that Frank Lampard is richer than the owner of North City. It's just that case like Hull City the other day. Hull City found out that, hey, our owner is not as rich as we thought he was. And what the man decided to say, all right, after all these years with them, man, just sell it.
What the owner for Norwich? No catering, should have.
I'll get back to that quickly.
I think he's a caterer, man.
Oh, here's Shakes is saying that Norwich is a community club, bros. They are good. But go on, Kims.
My thing is just that again, I thought that the firing of I don't remember the last coach name. I think the firing was a month and a half late. And then I think the hiring of Dean Smith, I think that was not a good hire at all. So, but what I wanted to ask, because Southampton, if I remember the start of the season, Southampton was.
So you're correct, Ryan.
Huh?
Sorry, Kim Sakotin, but yeah, you're correct. She's in catering.
Yeah, Southampton wasn't playing no really good football. They were down there struggling along with the Watfords and the Norwich. So, what really changed for Southampton? Why them just spring up all of a sudden and just because I remember even when United draw with Southampton,
they did the exact same thing last season.
Yeah,
they had Southampton do it all. They always get a good run, and then when them go see them just stop play.
So you think them are gonna stop play soon?
Probably. You see what happened with Ralph's system? As system is that is a high pressure system, so you can't sustain it for the entire period of the season.
Yeah.
You're going to do it for like half of the season, and you hopefully you get your good results within that half a season.
Mm-hmm. But Kems, listen, Kems, what I'm about to say about Norwich. Norwich owners, right? They're owned by Delia Smith and Michael Wynne Jones. Delia Smith is 80 years old. The fella, her husband is 81 years old. She's worth what, 36 million?
Yeah, so Lampard.
Exactly. So I think it's time for them to sell the club.
Lampard is worth how much?
Check Lampard's net worth.
She's worth 36 million.
But
I value of 36 million. I got able to keep you up in the league. Yeah, that now work.
Conte, guys.
Lampard.
No. We're not going to say about it.
So when she offer Lampard,
three times what she's worth.
So when she offer Lampard the job, Lampard could have said me want the club instead.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because Lampard is worth 90.
Yeah.
So almost 3 times.
It's just that they have an English word that you can't.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, that's the issue because you can't be the owner and the coach of the team at the same time.
There's a rule.
There's a rule against it. But as I said, they're a yo-yo team, and the thing with Southampton though, Kims, and I said it, I've always said that they're a team that they need players at times, and they still do need players because they're light.
Yep, especially midfield.
But it's based on how Ralph plays. It kind of basically it's an epitome of this guy named Ragnick. Both of them basically play the same way, so they need runners.
What talk about players? What happened to Southampton academy at one point in time? Like they had
rundown,
and so was West Ham.
Those things run down, Sherwin.
These things are cyclical.
But
run down.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, James, is that
But
Mhm.
Levan, not to cut you though, but I remember you said something about Southampton don't have a midfield. That is not true because Romeo and James Ward-Prowse, seasons on top of seasons, they are the two. What they don't have is a midfield bench. They don't have anybody to
mm,
change for those two because them always. Remember, I said James Ward-Prowse played the most minutes in Premier League for like 2, 3 seasons now
yeah,
straight
that
enough.
man miss no much.
Okay, so what they don't have is a quality change
Backup
for those two.
facts. And the only thing that went well for them in the summer was getting those recruits from over your team because those players have been influential for them.
Yeah.
Livramento, Broja, and those guys. So that's a good thing for them. But either way, they still need players, and even their goalkeepers aren't that good because they have Alex McCarthy, Fraser Foster. Not anything to write home about. So they need some
I
qualities.
think they're Southampton level keepers, to be honest.
Meh, whatever
They
they get.
but then but with Southampton, what them are trying to achieve? Stay up, getting a
Yeah,
top 10,
stay
or
up.
occasionally
Stay
challenge
up
the
and maybe
conference league.
mid-table
No,
and hopefully they might can go through one of the Pochettino thing and come seventh
Ryan,
over
that
Europe.
has changed in Ryan because remember that they are now under new ownership. Remember that new owners took them over in January.
Hmm.
Oh,
So the
Yeah,
mentality is going to be different then.
yeah, because
probably.
I think it was an American company that took them over because as you can see, the Americans are buying out a lot of these football clubs. So I
Hmm.
think it was some. Probably check it. If it was an American, it was so
Yeah, but you
so.
don't know. But no, some of these Americans very stingy, you know. So you don't know what them going. You don't know what them aim going to be. Maybe them aim is going to be survival and make profit. You don't
Yeah,
know.
but we're going to move forward to the other games
Maybe
and
they might be mid-table glazer. You don't know.
Probably.
we're going to look forward to the other games that will take place over the weekend. And I'm going to start with Kims on this one. Leeds United take on Tottenham. No, Leeds desperate for some points. They haven't been playing well, and they got beaten up twice in a row. So now you look at it, Kims. How do you see this one going? Do you think that Tottenham can rebound, or I think it will be 5-6 for Conte?
Nah, Tottenham will definitely win the game. Leeds play mid midweek, right? They played against
Correct.
Liverpool, and now they're coming again with them same depleted team. Same thing that was a luck to Frank Lampard, and he win 3-0. And the Ryan and Michelle with them pom poms. Go Lampard, go! Right. So I definitely believe that Tottenham will win, and Conte will come and say again he has the best players and he's happy at the club and all of that good stuff. So Leeds can compete with Tottenham right now. Leeds will try to make it competitive. They'll show some spirit. They'll show some fight out there. But this game is an easy win for Tottenham. I'm going with a 3-0 win for Tottenham.
And bro, I can tell that he's selling that good ads too. I don't remember what it was before I came on here,
Yeah.
but I'll check it through.
Hey, Pepe Paul. So this is the first one for you. Buy a Tottenham win. Tottenham win, because I know Tottenham win selling that good odds too.
So it's a straight win you're going for this one.
Straight win for Pepe Paul. Tottenham win.
All right, Ryan, what you have for this one?
Home game for Tottenham.
No, away.
Away, okay, even better. So, I agree with Kems that Tottenham will win, but I also agree that they will score 3 goals. But what I disagree with is that Tottenham will get a clean sheet, especially away. I don't trust Tottenham defense to get a clean sheet. So I am going with a 3-2 Tottenham victory.
Okay. Sherwin, what sort of prediction you have for this one?
Can say a high level thinking tonight, so we tempted. No, initially, I didn't know where the game was. I was thinking 3-0, but since you said the game is away, I'm going with Ryan with a exciting 3-2 victory for Tottenham.
All right, and here's Christoph saying that I see Tottenham winning this game. Lead squad is shattered.
When Calvin coming back,
There's no time frame.
and there's no time frame for
Bamford either.
Bamford
No time
out
frame.
this season.
But yeah, the odds for the Tottenham game is that Tottenham is getting $1.76 to win. Wow, that's juicy as Pepe. So ensure that you jot that one down. But yeah, the owner of Southampton, they're Serbian. It's a Serbian billionaire. So I got it wrong. As I said, it was either Serbian or American. So it's actually a Serbian. But next game we have on the fixture list is Brentford against Newcastle. And the coach came out and said that this will be the weekend that someone that we might frown upon, Christian Eriksen, will be making his debut for Brentford. I'm taking on Newcastle, who are on a nice run of form, picking up some nice results here and there. But I know that they're looking over their shoulders right now because Burnley are sneaking up close to the end. So, Sherwin, let's do this on this side.
Um, Brentford started this season really well, as we always say, week in, week out. But I think they are still playing well. They have just become a reflection of Brighton, where they're not finishing their chances and scoring a lot of goals, right? Newcastle on the rise. They will know how important this game is if they want to stay up. They will know that if they want to stay up, beating teams like Brentford is a must. They don't have any other choice. And I just think the Newcastle team is much better than the Brentford team right now. And I can't see anything less than a win for Newcastle in this one. So I'm going with a 2-0 2-1 victory for Newcastle.
Okay, and as Christoph says, this is like a 6 pointer because both of them are close by the relegation zone. And
Yeah.
I need Brentford to step up. I don't like how Brentford been playing, so I need them to step up once again. Ryan, let's see this one going.
It's a 6 pointer indeed, but everybody going to leave with 1 point. So I'm going
Draw.
for a draw, exciting 12 draw based on
Mm.
the personalities of both coaches. Both of them going to play attacking football, and so I expect an exciting 12 draw.
All right, Mr. Voice.
The voice is here. Listen, oh boy, listen. See that guy, Ganja Shelby? That guy is going to put one in the back of the neck tomorrow. One of the scream at him. All right, listen.
Willock.
You don't get a chance to talk, boss. I never talk about Willock in a year little segment. But listen, Brentford is winless in their last 5 games. Probably more than that, but we'll talk about the
What?
last 5, right?
Mhm.
They have lost 4 and draw 1. Right? Newcastle right now, Newcastle is very hungry. As Eddie Howe said, the team is playing very cohesive. They're playing for one another. As these females say nowadays, understand the assignment, right? So they understand the assignment. They know what needs to be done in order to stay above water. Obviously, they're above water right now, which is a relegation zone. But they're still playing more games than a Burnley and I think another team down there, right? So they're on Newcastle is on 22, Brentford is on 24. Obviously, Newcastle wins, they're on 25, Brentford still on 24. So, we're gonna say 6 pointer, da 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 da. I believe Newcastle will win this game. Obviously, Newcastle they just know what needs to get done. Brentford, you can say probably the Ericsson thing will give them, a little boost and so. But how long will that? You know, Ericsson get a little hard slide tackle. Everybody start holding them chest one then if I'm alright. I think this is a very risky thing. I don't even like hear about Ericsson name, honestly. I think Newcastle is going to win this game. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a shootout though. So I'm going Newcastle 3, Brentford 2.
Yes, Adrian
Don't
saying
know
that.
what any of you, but I'm not watching that game, especially when Ericsson's on the field.
Hey, man,
Yo,
you
right,
not watch a game that time.
brother. Right now, me nervous. God no. Right now, me nervous.
I
Alright?
can tell you
And
that there's only
Especially when me witnessed something last month.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
that happening to somebody.
yeah,
hey,
Me
yeah.
not mentally that sir.
Pepe Paul, Pepe Paul, they can,
BTTS,
hmm?
BTTS, both
Me
teams to
they gonna,
score.
me they gonna say that, or me they gonna say they can even buy over 2.5. They have a lot of options, Pepe Paul. So over 2.5, both teams to score. Newcastle win. I wouldn't put my money on that, but the other two options they can do that for sure.
Adrian said that he expect Newcastle to win by 3 goals to 1. Michelle is screaming out draw from afar away. Owen Adlam saying that it will be a 1-all draw.
Mm.
He's also saying that Ericsson will be fine. They've been playing week in, week out. Adal also says that I will agree with Ryan on this one. I think this game will end in a draw. Just that I don't think it will be 2-2. I think it will be a 1-1 draw, and both teams will be happy at the end of the day.
Mm.
Next up,
No, hold on there. Adlam, how you know Ericsson will be fine? Like I'm telling you, say I don't like when they talk with these
I
kind of
think Blint
ab-
isn't Ericsson's situation was way worse than Blint one.
absolutely. I mean, they still. I mean, both of them have the little
Yeah,
pacemaker.
defibrillator,
This,
whatever his name. Yeah.
yeah, but even when Blin playing, when I see Blin drop down one game not too long ago, drop down
all right.
stiff out
So
from the
here's
field.
all right. I'm taking it from the doctor. So here's a doctor saying that Ericsson will be fine. He has in an heart device to kickstart if he has any complications.
Yeah, Blint one never did stop work in our match.
Exactly like.
Continue.
No, I not understand. Like, we're acting like these things are 100% perfect. Like, there's absolutely nothing that can go wrong, and everything will just be sunshine. Absolutely not. Missy Blin drop down one name. Then Missy Kemar Campbell have 1-2. Missy him drop down two. So I mean, I can't say with absolute certainty. Say
All right. So
Ericsson will be
yeah,
fine.
you guys are correct. So it was on August the 25th, 2020. It says that Ajax defender Dale Bernard to be substituted during a preseason warm-up match against Hertha Berlin on Tuesday when his implanted heart defibrillator went off. Blaine was diagnosed with heart muscle inflammation after suffering from dizziness during Ajax Champions League match against Valencia in December. So yeah, and he was out. He was out for quite a while. It wasn't until February that he went back to
Man,
Ajax training.
because knock on wood, Ericsson play the match tomorrow, drop down some nothing. One I go say, oh, he's going to be fine. Like them things
But
are so risky. Any possible thing can happen.
on that part, my former Manchester United player Bling,
Yeah.
or indeed get complications too.
Long time.
Mm.
Yeah, he was one of the first players to it to happen to.
Oh yeah, never know.
But on the brighter side, I hope that all goes well for Christian Eriksen.
Absolutely.
And unlike Kems that said that Shelby will be put in one of the top corner, it will be Eriksen's day. Eriksen will put one of those curler into the top of the net, and the Brentford fans will lift the roof off. But the next game on the horizon is Crystal Palace against Burnley. And boy,
Holy shit.
Burnley
Mm,
is in some
mm,
sort of
mm.
form. Crystal Palace got a very good victory last time out. I know Sherm don't really want to talk about this one because on one hand, he
Okay.
knows that Daesh has been playing well, and on the other,
Mm.
captain for life is the man on the other side of the touchline. So, what you have to say about this one, Sherwood?
Why the one you tough it up? Ooh. Um, a defensive Burnley team looking to squeeze one on the counter attack, and then uh, a Crystal Palace team that under Patrick Vieira only knows how to at play attackingly. But just like Mr. Wenger had his faith in Patrick Vieira in the 2004 season, I'm going to have my faith in him again. And I think it's not going to be a victory for Burnley, and it's not going to be a victory for Crystal Palace. I'm going with a 1-1 draw for this one. Yeah, I'm actually going with a 1-1 draw for this one because I think Burnley have the Burnley, both of them in their own category. Burnley have the defensive capability to shut out a Crystal Palace, right? And I don't see how Crystal Palace is going to stop Burnley from scoring if they continue to play the way how they're playing, right? But I just think that they will probably outnumber each other, and it will end up in a 1-1 draw.
Okay, I'll get to Shake's comment after because he's kind of explaining what happened with Blaine, but we're just going to get to the prediction and then I'll get back to it. So, Kim, so I said this one, Blaine.
I'm inclined. This is a rare moment. I'm inclined to agree with Sherwin. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think Burnley obviously will be very stingy on the defensive end, but I think they'll be a little bit over aggressive, and I think they'll concede a goal, and obviously I think that they'll score as well. I won't let this Crystal Palace victory um, against Watford sway me to think that Crystal Palace is anything good. They have been on a poor run of form. Not only have they been on poor form, but they have been playing poor football. If you watch the games and you actually see how they're playing, the football hasn't been good any at all. So,
especially up front.
huh?
Especially up front.
Yep. Especially up front in that final third, absolutely poor. So right now I'm looking at a 1-1 draw. I can't separate these teams, so I'm
Mhm.
going 1-1.
All right, Ryan.
Um, uh, Burnley's at home, right?
Away.
Away. Oh wow. But still, I want general prediction regardless. I'm going to go 1-0 Burnley. I think they're going to give Crystal Palace the Tottenham treatment, score, and prevent them from scoring while still not parking the bus. And I don't think Crystal Palace has won 2 games in a row this season. Don't think they have done that. So Crystal Palace is normally win. Then for the next 2 or 3 games they don't win, and then them find the next winner somewhere down the line. So I think that trend will continue. So I'm going 1-0 Burnley, especially with Burnley needing the points more.
Yeah. And here's Adlam saying that Burnley scored all them goals last 2 matches.
Yeah, if there was.
Scoreless.
Oh,
They will scoreless in the next 3 to 5 games. Palace to win 2-0.
Brother,
1, 2,
me
3,
hope you're
4.
right. Me hope you're right, brother. Me hope you're right.
4 goals in 2 games. Okay.
And
I see why
here's
I'm saying that.
okay. That's not known unto Burnley, so I can understand why I say it as well. But here Shakes explain what happened to Blink. So he's saying that the Blink situation is that it's not a case that the machine stopped working. Its device chipped in because of recurrence. However, that's the purpose of the device to prevent sudden cardiac death or cardiac arrest. So it's not a case
Okay.
that the machine itself stopped working. It's just that
Oh, it
it,
chipped it. Okay. All right.
yes, so that's what caused it. Comprehend. But, next up on the agenda is a man that his team hasn't won in a minute now. They're desperate for some points, and I know that the team that they're going to face is also desperate for some points because they got beaten up by Brentford the other day. And I mean, the man that he picked as his coach in the draft cannot feel comfortable getting beat up by Burnley. So now, came to look at your team, you've gotten some time off. How can your team respond or will they respond? You're muted.
Oh, my apologies. Let's bear in mind, folks, that when Steven Gerrard took over the job, his first game was against Brighton. And obviously they won. I think they won 2-0, I think. Yeah, I think they won 2-0. So his first game was against Brighton. So, you can read into that what you may. Right? However, during that stretch, when he started as manager, he won 4 of his first 6 games. Obviously, he lost to the 2 big hitters, Man City and Liverpool. But he made good account of himself. I believe they punch over their weight during that point in time. And if you follow Steven Gerrard as much as I do, he was of the same impression that hey, a lot of work needs to be done. Quote unquote, there's a lot of holes in the squad. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed. Now he only has 1 win in his last 7. Obviously, take accountability. Obviously, the team needs to play better. But if it's one thing you know about the sport of football, when you win, all of that chatter change. So if Steven Gerrard gets a win tomorrow against Brighton, all of the chatter change. We also have to remember that Aston Villa hasn't finished above 10th in about 10 years or thereabout, somewhere around there, right? So when Steven Gerrard took over the job, let's not forget that they were 16th and they had lost 5 games in a row. And he come, obviously, new manager bounce and all of that. But obviously the team has to play better. That guy who all he does is party. I'm not going to call his name, that Jamaican over there. I don't want to see him back in the side. I think he needs some more time off. He needs some more time off. The squad is focused
Who
right
said
now.
time party?
Huh?
Who tell you time party?
Oh, the video say it all. You want to see them too?
When him supposed to train?
Yeah,
No.
man.
Obviously,
Not when he was. No. He
not
was just.
no. Obviously, not when he's supposed to be training.
No, but
Yes. No. But play good. You're not supposed to party, bad man. Work for your
okay.
game.
Really?
Anyway, I hope I time for talk. Yours are mine. Boss. So no, check me out. So, when you look at it, the totality of the team, um, the final third has been Aston Villa Achilles heel. They cannot finish. Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins, they have been absolutely poor. Even that guy, Buendia, that you guys talk about, he has been poor in front of goal as well. Felipe Coutinho as well. They have to raise the level. And again, against Brighton, as Levon mentioned earlier, they are in a similar situation. Have been poor in their last 5 games. They can't get whopped up by Burnley like that, and Burnley don't score goal. So I believe both teams are looking to win. But obviously, I'm going to rock with my team. So I'm going with Aston Villa. I'm going with the Aston Villa 2-1. I hope Conte is still out. I don't want to see that bug Arsenal person, Callum Chambers or whatever one name. Not him either. I guess what other guy name? House or something like that. Put him around there, for partner Mings. Mings know that he has
I think you
more
say
respect.
one win.
Huh?
I thought they said they wanted to win.
No, trust me, Brighton just want to pass the ball and look pretty. They don't want to score the goal. And Marpe, them have up top. Right? So when you look at that
Marpe been
now,
scoring goals, right? Marpe
what you
done
call
8
been
9 goals now.
More than Ings and
No.
Watkins combined.
Yes.
How much goals Marpe have?
About
Not
9 or 8. 8
Just
or 9,
continue,
something like that.
Check it out for me there. Check it out for me.
Yeah, man,
there,
continue.
But I'm definitely going with the Aston Villa win. Both teams are desperate, so it's who come better on the day. But when I'm looking again, when I look at Aston Villa,
All right, Kem seems to have a break in transmission, so Kem sat that out and forward back. Ryan, pick this one up. How do you think this game will finish?
Both teams need a win. I think Aston Villa might need it more than a Brighton. But they definitely need to win to get back some impetus. Both teams. Brighton really don't lose a lot of games. So it is kind of, if you're a betting person, you might say, okay, they lost against Burnley recently, so maybe they won't lose a game for now. I don't think Aston Villa will lose either, so I'm going to go with that 1-0 draw.
Right.
Typical Brighton scoreline anyway.
All right, sure. And what say you?
I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think Steven Gerrard will not be pleased with what has been going on and the results that he has been able to get over the past couple of weeks, right? So I'm actually going for Aston Villa win with this one, but I'm going for probably a shocker to some persons. I'm going for a 1-0 Aston Villa victory. So
Okay.
in this one, yeah.
Okay. And yes, Adrian saying that you use all that as excuse to defend Gerard, but a slate up front for the same reasons.
That's a
Elevate.
for your Kems.
But
well,
yeah.
listen.
All right, go ahead. Sure.
Well, listen. My job on this is to defend my coach. You think I'm going to come and defend Frank Lampard with the same
So
thing I'm defending?
you can defend your coach without talking bad against somebody else.
Exactly.
Well, guess what? Lampard.
You can be a Messi fan and you don't have to cuss Ronaldo or vice versa.
And then I also can be a Messi fan and cuss Ronaldo. There's 2 options, and I choose which one I want to be.
Okay.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think
But
that's fine. And
that's
what I said.
No, I know that there's that option. I'm just trying to let you know that there's also another one. But okay.
Oh, absolutely. I'm aware.
But Ken, to the information that you asked for, right? So
Yeah.
Neil Maupay is on 8 Premier League goals, while your 2 strikers combined, Watkins is on 5 and Danny Ings is on 4. So they're only 1 over him.
Yo, Danny Watkins has had a poor season, man. Really poor season.
Watkins can do this with line, and him can lead line, and him can drift go up this so and all of that. And Watkins get 2 jobs this season. Watkins get the job where him play off the forward, and Watkins also get the job where him play as the main forward, and he has done nothing.
True.
Listen.
All of the good things they'll tell about Watkins, him get the chance to do it, and him not do that.
Yeah.
Sherwin, I think you need to watch Aston Villa some more, right? Well, anyway,
Sherwin.
so what I'm saying, you need to watch Aston Villa some more. That's what I said.
Why? Why me?
Because because you're there talking about Watkins having a poor season because you hear him score 5 goals. So I'm just saying, just watch Aston Villa some more. That's all. But let me get back to my point. Adrian Nicholson, you can't talk to me if you're below me in the standings. All right. So tell Lampard to get his weight up. And he has Manchester City this weekend. Good luck. Right? But hey, so what I say about Aston Villa lastly, right? Obviously they need a win. Obviously, in the Premier League, there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. So they can't mope and they have played bad. But I think against Brighton, when that was Steven Gerrard's first win, I think we'll get a victory. I'm going definitely, if you guys were hearing me, I'm going with a 2-1 Aston Villa win.
All right, so Michelle's saying that she expects Brighton to win, and I never expect anything different from Michelle because Michelle is anti Gerard. So I can see the back and forth between you guys on the show. Adlam saying that they expect a 1-1 draw. Adrian saying a 2-1 draw. I'm inclined to agree with Adlam that I think this game will end a draw. I probably think it's 1-1. I dislike Aston Villa, so I don't mind them losing, but I think it'll end a draw. But next game on the agenda is my team, Man United, taking on Watford, and I hope that these guys are really watching football. I never saw the full interview with Jadon Sancho earlier today, but he was talking about Starman. As we know, he came through Watford and then he went to City, then now he's at United. And he's saying that he's happy that all the players at the club has believed in him, even when the public themselves never believed in his talent. But now he has gotten the game time and he's repaying the trust of the coach because, as you know, Ralph wanted him at Leipzig the same time that Dartman got him. So saying that he's feeling more comfortable in Manchester now. And he said that Christian is actually giving advice to all the youngsters at the club to improve them. So they are coming with blood, sweat, and tears, and they're high for Watford to win. That Watford,
Anybody who watched Sancho over the years know that Sancho was going good. Had to. Like,
especially
seriously expect him to finish at 21?
Yep.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
this same Watford team were the ones that sent Kim's favorite coach packing. It was that defeat that sent him out of a job, and how can I forget that? Because he got fired on the day that was my birthday, so they got defeated the Saturday, and the following Sunday he got fired. So I never forget that one. So no, coming up against Watford, I mean they played midweek and they never look good against Atletico. They got Atletico to beat up and they didn't beat them up. And Elanga's been taking his opportunities, limited amount of time, but he has grasped his opportunities. And personally, for me, I hear people going head, shoulders, and heels over Elanga, but I've watched these youths from under 15 come right through, and I don't think he's that big of a talent in terms of skills and all of that. But what Elanga will do is what a lot of coach loves about players. When they give him an instruction, he'll go there and they follow what you says. That is the type of player that he is, and he's an hard worker. He might not be the most gifted in terms of talent-wise, but he works hard for the team, and he has been doing himself some justice because he came on the other day and he scored against Leeds, and he was the one that scored the equalizer in the Champions League. So he's on some amount of form right now. So yeah, good for the guy, but I'm still not comfortable with how this team is playing. I know that they can do way better, but I saw Sherwin came out the other day and said that only what Pep and Will said got more points than you since the last couple of games.
Pep and oh crap. Pep and who?
Same
Yeah,
person.
Pep and somebody. Yeah.
But
Pep and who?
We take the club?
no,
No.
it was somebody else because it was Pep and
Hold on. Got as much points as Ralph?
No,
Ralph.
Arsenal. The last 27 points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so before
Okay.
the game against Wolves, it was Ralph was the one that was in that position that only City had got more points than him, but Arsenal got the win and they overtook him. So Ralph has gotten the points even though the team hasn't played well. But come tomorrow, I expect to see them beat this Watford team by at least 3 clear goals. But at the 4-1, 3-0, whatever it is, I expect to see them beat Watford. But you guys can go ahead and tell me.
Listen, boss. I don't know if you don't understand by now that you should limit your expectations. Just watch the game and just try and enjoy the football.
Whether they draw or lose, I'll be the same calm figure.
No, but listen to this man attack. This man just hype up Aston Villa, who they're 1 million miles behind Manchester United. Manchester United still within a big shout of finishing in top four.
Yes,
And you,
but then,
and you're gonna tell the man to just sit down and watch the game?
well,
Sherwin
listen,
still bleeds red.
Eh?
listen,
He still bleeds red.
Have to.
Listen, Sherwin. Manchester
Mhm.
United expectations are way bigger than Aston Villa expectations. Way bigger. Listen, Mr. Ralph press conference have had the easiest schedule in the Premier League since he has come in as manager. The easiest. The man don't play no big team. Norwich, Burnley, so all of them book team them play. And him still could manage to get the team up there in top 3 comfortably, top 4 comfortably. Anybody who is in top 4 over, them have 2, 3, 4 games in hand. I don't want to hear anything about him. But I hear you mention something about Elanga Levan. And, you know, a lot of persons, again, the way some people watch football are goals and assists. Right? Obviously, I don't think the kid is special, but I think the kid works hard. Right? I think he works hard. And I think when the opportunity comes, you know, he makes the best of the opportunity. Obviously, I don't think he's special like a Sancho or a Mason Greenwood or none of those persons, but I just think he works hard. He put himself in the best position and then, you know, it pay off, right? So I'll say that about him. Sancho, no. You know, I remember when there was a particular analyst who shall remain nameless. He came on this particular platform and said, "Oh, Sancho, what I want for Sancho? When we're gonna have a Sancho conversation." And I mean, we said, hey, listen, the man needs some game time. You cannot make an impact being on the bench. That's impossible. And from Sancho's been playing regular, and I think Ryan, the same point that Ryan mentioned earlier, he mentioned at that point, say, hey, you know, Sancho is going to come good, blah, 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 blah. Which you know, we see him coming good. With this game now, obviously I think this is an easy game. But the Manchester United, I think they'll make it very difficult.
Please.
Huh?
Predict in favor of Watford as your favorite commentator saying here.
But I think Manchester United will make the game. I think Paul Pogba needs to make up for that disaster midweek. He was absolutely terrible in the Champions League, so he needs to make up for that. Oh, Bruno was terrible as well. Don't make that assist.
All of them were off.
He was a true.
I said it, you know, that it was an awful performance by all of them.
Oh, and for the CR7 fans, don't worry. I find a stat that CR7 is leading in. He has 23 offsides in the Premier League, and that leads the league. All right, CR7 fans. So I'm leading something. He's leading a category. So you guys have something to be happy about. But
who's the leading goal scorer for Man U?
Huh?
Who's the leading goal scorer for Man U?
Ask a Man U fan. I'm not. But hey.
The guy that wears the number
7. But check me out, right? I'm going with a United 3-1.
Please, guys, Watford to win.
Man United 3-1 victory.
Shaja, sure that the United fans will appreciate that.
Hey, I don't want to see Rashford on the field either.
Why? What happened to Rashford?
Ryan tell me about Ole run him to the ground, England run him to the ground, everybody run him to the ground. But come on, man. Like the man has been, you know, and not only me see it, even the commentators them have said, man, you know, when Rashford is on the pitch, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, Rashford seem like every time him touch the ball, him want to do something magical. And then when him try to do something magical, it turn out in a foolishness. I don't think he's trying to play the football.
Right, Kens, as a point out, right? I remember in that Atletico game, there were 5, not 2 nor 3 now, 5 Atletico players in front of the man. And this man decided that he was going to be a bulldozer and go through all 5. And guess what?
Rashford, that's what he always does. Always does. I think
what
that's what I know.
No, you what the thing though, Ryan, with him. The thing with Rashford is that Rashford, a couple seasons back, would track. He would run right around the entire field. This Rashford right now, not tracking back. This Rashford not running up and down. So something is off with him, and it's not just about those hinges and whatever. Not. And personally, for me, as I said before, anybody at the club that's not cutting it, just cut them out of the team.
So when did you realize that? Before Ole left or after Ole left?
It was basically, remember that he wasn't playing much on the holiday.
You know,
he was hurt, right?
Oh, he was out injured,
yeah. It begs me to wonder.
But that's weird because Ralph is a pressing coach, and you'd expect him to be doing what he was always doing.
Yep.
Before Ralph. Kind of weird.
Me have to think outside. Me have to think outside the cardboard little bit, you know. Because when me I think about Rashford is normally there are some players who can manage a second life in terms of taking up additional responsibility in terms of what Rashford's tried to do through charity, right? So me I kind of wonder if that kind of play a role in a football life where
Eugene,
it
Rashford had
occurs.
a charity 2, 3 years now, and they
Yeah,
never
yeah,
affected the last
yeah.
2 seasons.
No, but the more you go into it, the more pressure you face, right? The more you come under pressure, right?
I
Because
don't think
every day
he's
you go.
facing as much pressure this year as he was last year, and he
Mm-hmm,
had good numbers last year.
mm-hmm. But
I
me
don't, I
just a
don't, I
fear
don't,
one.
I don't think so.
No, me just a fear wonder if that have if in personal life have nothing to do with the farm we're in right now. But again, it's the same thing with Sancho. Rashford, what 2023, 24?
Right,
Mm-hmm.
He's
Rashford
no
at
longer a
24.
young, he's no longer a
Rashford is
young player.
Rashford
Once
is
he reach
24 going
24, you're
25
no,
this year.
huh?
He's going to be 25
Once
this
you
year.
reach 24, you're no longer a young player, so the
Okay,
excuse.
so he still have years in front of him. He not
Yeah,
reaching
but
prime yet.
it's
So
when you're a
I mean,
forward, when
mm,
it's not like he's a centre back or a goalie, where you can make the young player, oh, I'm young. When you reach 24 as a forward, the young player excuse finish for me.
Fuck.
mm. No, true. But what may I say is he has years in front of him because what I go say, them players normally reach in prime run about
Yeah,
27,
but this stage,
26,
you try to
27.
Sherwin, listen to Sherwin. This is the thing. You see, ever since he came back from the surgery,
Mm-hmm.
even his pace has
God.
seemingly, yeah, he's not as quick as he was because you know that he normally does those 1-2 step overs and then zoom, gone past it, right? That
Mm-hmm.
has been non-existent right now. So as it stands right now, just like they did with Sancho, where Sancho was on the bench counting nails for a while, Rashford best games this season has been off the bench. Use him as a
Mm-hmm.
sub until, as you're alluding to, probably gains back some confidence and start playing again. But other than that, I don't think he should be starting right now. Give him a break and see whatever has to start out
But
can
yeah,
start.
but with Alanga there, me not see we're gonna need Rashford for a start right now.
Go again?
With Alanga, however you pronounce the name there, I don't see why the need for Rashford starting right now because Sancho on one side, him on one side, and then you
No,
just
but
place CR7
no,
down the
but
middle.
Elanga. No, so Elanga. I don't think Elanga is a starter. For Manchester United right now. Is that's nobody is seeing Elanga, and no, I don't think he's
No,
a
no, no, no.
starter
But you're
right
at
now.
Dockums. You have to give players their dues, and he has been playing
I
well.
think
So
what
you have
Sherwin
to,
is saying is to start Elanga for now until Rashford maybe
yeah,
get back.
Basically, yeah,
yeah.
basically, yeah.
No, no, no. I mean, I'm not a fan, so I don't care. But I'm looking at it and
You're
I'm
not a fan
saying
of?
I'm Manchester United.
But
So
you
I'm
Bro,
just
saying
come
Elanga.
now you last week beg forgiveness this week.
Yeah, but it was declined. It was declined. So I'm going back. If if you
Oh,
if if you want back your ex and she said no, what you gonna do? You gonna still you have to move on.
pursue. Pursue.
Right? Pursue your backside. Hey, so listen. No man, but on a serious note, Elanga for be, I like how Ralph is using him. Bring him on in at the 75th, 78th minute when players tired, the brain slow down a little bit, so him can come on and do him like a team. Starting him, I think is a bit too much for him right now.
No, but he has
Make
done
him
so in
go.
some. He has done so in some games.
Yeah, it's not a some game, but make him. For me, I think his best thing is coming off the bench. Work him way, go and get some more confidence. Go and figure out life in the Premier League and so. Putting him in the starting
So,
lineup
all
now,
right, with that
no.
in mind, who are you going to start on that right hand side? If
May I
you
start?
are ranked.
I'll Jesse Lingard, may I start?
All right,
I'll
next, let's
Lingard, may I
move on.
start?
Let's move on. So the final game tomorrow, we'll see Frank Lampard taking on Man City as the Kings organization. So Thames, I'm definitely going to start with you again. So yeah, look at this one, and I'm positive that you're right down on hell already for Lampard.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely. Remember. I think it was the last podcast, or was it in the group chat? I don't remember. One place we did discuss it and we did talk about Everton next few games and what we don't see them winning or whatever the case may be. We also should remember every time City lose a game, they come back with some serious revenge, right? And losing to Tottenham the way how they did, the time that they did, I think it leave a bad taste in Pep's mouth and in the players' mouth. And who is a better team to face than a wailing Everton team struggling, only beat Leeds because Leeds was playing on an empty tank. So I'm looking. This game can probably be ugly. This game can probably be 8-love, 9-love. It can get real ugly for this game, and I'm not even joking. But I'm going to spare the embarrassment for Everton. I think players have pride. I think the coach is not good, but he has character. So I'm going with a Manchester City 5-0 whopping of Everton. Hey, and trust me, don't be surprised if it reach up to 6 or 7. But I'm going with a 5-0. I'm going with Pepper Paul for this game. Make sure you buy over 5 for this game. Pepper Paul over 3.5, big odds. Manchester City is going to. It's probably going to be Manchester City 80% possession to Everton 20%. Everton going to be chasing the ball all 90 minutes. So
And
I'm going with that.
you're indeed correct that it's at big odds for 3.5 because it's selling at $2.30.
Okay.
But Ryan, why you up for this one?
Well, the 3-time Champions League winner, Ancelotti, lost 6-love to Pep last season. So, what expectations do you have of Lampard to do way much better? To be fair though, I don't see Everton having a chance to win this. Anything other than a 3-0 to Man City should be considered a surprise. But I'm going to go one more than that. I am going to go 4-0 Man City. I think City is going to bounce back and they are going to just come out all guns blazing and blitz Everton. I don't think Everton has the stomach or I said it last week. Certain clubs who are not used to them kind of fight here.
Mm-hmm.
Them players don't really necessarily might have the stomach for it. So I don't see how Everton gonna go out there with the spirit to try and beat City or to draw with City or anything like that. So I'm going for love City.
Okay. Next one will be Sunday. So all the games are played tomorrow. Only one game will be on Sunday, and that's West Ham against Wolves. Oh, this is I'm going Ryan.
Repeat that for me.
West Ham at home against Wolves.
West Ham Wolves. That's a tough game. Tough game. Wolves don't really concede much. I think this is where West Ham's Champions League hopes end. So they and Wolves now have to fight out it for Europa. So I'm going 1-1 for that game.
Okay. Games.
For me, again, I go back to law of averages. I think West Ham now is due a win. I think Antonio is due a goal. Wolves have punched above their weight, and I think obviously they have been spectacular defensively. Even though it can be questioned that hey, if you are as spectacular as you are defensively, and the game is 1-1 with 90+ minutes, you find a way to close out that game. And they didn't. Same thing. When they played against, I think it was Liverpool. With Origi and them man, they are pressure you. You couldn't, even though Salah.
No man, you can't give them on them man because the man that conceded the goal was a former Liverpool man, so him sell the game.
He'll sell it. All right. So no, I'm going with a West Ham. I'm going with a West Ham 1-0 victory for this one.
Wow.
West Ham 1-0.
But you're correct though, they're due a win. They haven't won in a minute, so half averages would say that they need a win.
You know what else do a win, Levan?
Who?
Declan Rice showing up for a midfield battle. Showing no one see them moving from 100 million to 120 million. So it look like the worse you play, the higher your price go.
It tells them what's a Rice off for me because I never noticed that. I watched him up to even last week and I never seen him playing that bad. Maybe you mean he's not the 7, at least a 7 anymore. Maybe by hit the standard that you have set this season is bad. That's what I mean.
Well,
Right,
yeah,
right.
because
And if I'm being honest though, Kems came come on here every show and said that it's based on the 100 million valuation as a reason why it's
yes,
continuously beating
yeah,
Rams.
yeah. Because listen, all right, when you tell me
Oh, they're
about a
not serious.
player,
Okay.
no, when you tell me about a player, Ryan, when you tell me say this player is awesome, great, or whatever, and I've watched games where Rice have been great, exceptional, and they tell me, okay, he's now improving his goal contributions, this, that, all of that, and you know. But then now, when I start watching him and taking key, he has been dropping, and continue to drop. So all I'm saying is now he is due a game where, and what else against a Wolves team? He's due a game where he is the man of the match. Give me a man of the match, Rice. Sunday, Mr. Rice, as I know you're watching, because the rest of them watch. Emil Smith Rowe and all of them man they watch. So I know you watching. So just give me a man of the match performance, please. And then just shut up. Just shut me up. That's all I'm ask.
He's coming up against Ruben Neves and Joao Martino. What better midfield, eh? Show up against that very good midfield.
Shut up.
All right, boss. But on Sunday also we'll be seeing the EFL Cup final, and that will be between Chelsea and Liverpool. Ryan, go ahead and talk about this because it's your team against the men over from Anfield.
Boss man, any finals my team is in. You see, once my team reaches semifinals, I am giving my team all the chance in the world to win. Because if it is that I start something and don't have the confidence that I'm going to win, once we say we're reaching the last four, I say, okay, we now have a chance, a proper chance of winning this. Now we are in the finals. I am giving Chelsea I have all the confidence that Chelsea can win this cup. So you want my prediction? 2-1 Chelsea.
All right. All right, Mr. Ryan. So,
By the way, when last City win a cup? I mean, Liverpool even win a domestic cup.
Been a minute.
Been a minute.
yeah, and don't worry, it will be Sunday. Right? So listen, let me tell you, Ryan, it's all nice and cute that you have confidence in the team. You absolutely are supposed to. But let me tell you that confidence is going down the drain. Because don't think this is the Club World Cup. Don't think this is Palermo or whatever that club name. When you can beat them and jump up and celebrate like you just win the damn Premier League. You guys are going to be outclassed, outplayed.
Let me ask you a question. If we win this one, are we allowed to celebrate?
Well, by all means.
Well, that's what I know from now. Are we allowed to celebrate? Are we
Well,
supposed to focus on
Well, I
top
mean,
four?
at this point, Ryan, if you celebrate Club World Cup, you can celebrate this. Right?
So we can celebrate. All right. No, I'm just asking.
Absolutely.
We win a World Cup. We win a World Cup for clubs, and we should not celebrate. So I want to know if we can
Yeah,
celebrate.
the man even switch it to
We're
the
not
man
call it. For years, for years,
club.
I've been hearing that this is a plastic cup, except when Man U win. So I want to know if we are allowed to celebrate one.
Listen, you just come on here and you say you have the utmost confidence in your team, and you say a 2-1, and you say all the nice stuff.
Mr. That.
You say, well, I know, boss, when you're talking to interrupt your boss, give me a chance, please. Right? So you have all the confidence in the world, and you are supposed to. But all I am saying is that I am picking Liverpool to win this game. Because again, I just don't think, and you can say, oh, when last Liverpool win a domestic cup? I'll tell you, Sunday. Because guess what? Chelsea is just not on the level as Liverpool. They're just not. And if you think Mohamed Salah and them man, they not play. Because I know you, Ryan. Let me tell you why you have confidence, Ryan. This is what you are hoping for. You are hoping to see Origi, Chamberlain, or the next what name? Minamino. You hope to see them money. You don't want to see Mane. You don't want to see Salah. You don't want to see Fabinho. You don't want to see Trent. You don't want to see none of them players. Origi and them they don't want to see. So listen, let me tell you, it that works. So I'm going Liverpool 3, Chelsea 0. Because Conte is my guy. I love Conte. And I know if him win this League Cup, he's going to win everything for Chelsea. But Conte, sorry, you probably have to go wait another season. But this one, Liverpool will win it, and I'm going with a Liverpool victory.
Okay. I guess Adlam saying that Salah always play well against Chelsea, so Salah to score again.
So Liverpool can celebrate though, even though they are fighting tooth and nail for a title now, them can celebrate too, if they win.
Yes,
Well,
because they're in the
well,
title race.
yes, they
Okay, they
are
are
in
in the
title
title
race.
race, so they can
Hold on.
celebrate.
Oh, Ryan,
Okay, so you have to
Ryan,
be in
Ryan.
title race
No,
to can
no, Ryan,
celebrate
Ryan.
other cup.
No, Ryan,
Understand?
Ryan. No, Ryan, come on. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. Liverpool is 3 points away from Manchester City. Chelsea is 13 points away, and by $100 million forward, by $100 million forward, and still can't get the job done. And
Yeah, so
jumping
because of
around.
that, when we win cups, we should not celebrate. Got it.
No, I'm not saying don't celebrate, but the way you guys celebrate it is like you just win the EPL. There's levels to it.
Okay, so there is a celebration level for the different type of cups. So you must not celebrate that cup like you win that cup.
I'm not gonna go there with you too.
Okay, that is what you're saying. Okay. So
Well,
there's a
let's just say
level.
so.
There are
Let's
levels
just
to
say
celebrating cups.
Monday,
Okay.
Monday, don't do that. Run away from the show on Monday. Anything we have to do, make sure you're free 8 p.m. Because I want to see you on Monday when Chelsea get the ball.
So if we lose, it won't be a plastic cup. Understand? All right.
Yes, I'd love to say that this victory will propel us on to winning EPL. City to drop more points. Here's Demo saying that he won't see Allison though because Kelleher will be starting that game. And here's Owen Green saying that tell my Chelsea friend if them win, I buy my drink. Clarify what you mean by buy my drink. Are you talking about a water or a plastic juice or you're talking about a real juice? Anyways, move on. Um, Adrian asked the question as well. Say, you have different celebrations to cup now. So
Yeah,
Michelle,
yeah. You said it.
Michelle say that Kim it was the only cup Chelsea had never won. So hence the celebration. And here's Owen they were saying that Liverpool 3, Chelsea 1,
Play.
that's not surprising because all
Wait,
the
they said something a while ago that Conte win everything with Chelsea except. So that is the only one. Okay, for real.
Yeah,
Never
that.
noticed.
Iman, what name? I don't think Iman Alonso too.
Aspilicueta,
Alonso.
I think Aspilicueta has won everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, has won everything.
Yeah, but when he win the Club World Cup, him we can understand with him and celebrate because take off him shirt and put the cup on him head. All right, boss. You know, you're on your way out, dating. But the rest of the players, come on, man. Just act like you used to win. Act like you used to things. That's all I'm asking.
So Aspilicueta who win the most trophy with Chelsea, I love to celebrate like that.
Yeah, he's on his way out. I'm not saying.
Okay. I thought he was used to winning. I thought that was the premise of the conversation.
But you know what, guys? I'm just going to go around with you two and give you a minute and 30 seconds each to talk about whatever other topic you want to talk about. So, Ryan, I'm going to start with you.
Cricket, I like the test team that they pick because I see where guys are picked on merit and based on first class performance, and I hope the best for Desmond Haynes because he is a good youth. Realize them bring back Walsh in the system. Let us see what they have him doing. I know he's some bowling coach or something like that. So let us see. Huh?
Courtney Walsh.
Sorry, Ambrose, my bad.
I was just about to say when did he leave the men's team?
Yeah, so they're bringing back in the system to assist the bowlers. So hopefully, them guys there can build something because them are cricket legacy. So, but we know all the politics in West Indies. They already the man them who you put in charge might have all the good ideas, and then the policymakers throw water on all of the ideas.
True.
So let us hope that does not happen with this administration and with this body that they put in. Football, some interesting games coming up across all leagues. Right now, Italian league that need to be watched. People need to pay attention to Italian league, especially with Inter sliding.
I'm going to stop you in the track. People, don't go watch that league. It's boring, and I hate.
Yeah, I mean the top three races. The race is interesting. It's an interesting race right now there. So French league finished from November, December. That can stay. But if you want to watch like the the Champions League race with Monaco and all of them other side. Yeah, that is a little decent something. But otherwise, from PSG, I don't really watch French league like that or Monaco. Yeah, so good football across various leagues, and Mayor so no good lose him number one spot in tennis.
Who's
Djokovic, who no good? I don't remember who forgot exactly, but him
bro,
lose him number
bro,
one spot.
bro? From you known me, I've been a Roger Federer fan until his
Well, somebody go
so listen,
lose a match a
this
day
this
and
this
lose him number
this
one
this,
spot.
this fella over here, that is
Marco,
God.
the greatest of all time. Man.
Medvedev is now
number
the
one.
new number one in the world. And I don't think Djokovic will get back that number one spot anytime soon, if ever.
I get it back, man.
Djokovic will win the French Open.
Here's Christoph saying that Devon Thomas should
No first class bully.
Right,
We have one in it already in John Campbell. That's it.
yes, Michelle said that phenomenon Dima. We have to try at least win one match for the test. But
Well, my thing about that, Ryan,
yeah, man,
you're
shoot.
saying no. You're saying no first class.
I understand where you have to say, but me know where you have to come with. You're going to say, me use the first class. Start off the conversation by saying they use the first class players. And I can explain myself to you.
No, but other than that, I say, boss, say that you've never
Okay.
done.
All right, go on.
I was just going to say, how is it that you don't want any first class bully? How are these guys going to prove themselves otherwise? What is another measure that they
If
can
you
get to
get
prove
picked,
themselves?
the man is like at the Norwich of cricket. Him get picked, then him get dropped because him not good enough for the level. Then him get picked again and get dropped. Then get picked again and get dropped. What the sense in that? Try some younger person who performing in the first class.
Right, I think you should have drawn for the Alexander Mitrovic comparison. Mitrovic is the best thing when it comes on the championship, but when it comes
Or
to
Mitrovic, yeah, whatever, yeah.
he is a totally different player. Reason I brought this because he broke the championship record that was just set the other day.
With 14 games left, exactly.
So Tony set it last season, and then Mitrovic just broke
And
it.
I think Watkins left the season before that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
talk about whatever that's on your mind. You're muted.
I'm gonna jump in, my little minute, you know. So obviously, you know, my new team in basketball, Philadelphia 76ers, are beating the brakes off the Timberwolves right now. James Harden is balling out of his mind right now. So all those persons who say, "Oh, the Brooklyn win the trade and Philly won't work out," hey, this is just a piece of the cake. It's not even the full cake. All right, guys, and you know, tomorrow definitely. Devin asked for it, so we're going to have an NBA draft tomorrow. We're going to draft 5 players, and then they're going to have 5 bench players as well. So you know they wanted to test their basketball knowledge and see who is the guru and all of that. I don't get involved in those ego stuff, so I let them do it. You know, I'll pick a 5, but it will just be my bias 5.
Your
I
five,
think
your
that
5 will be LeBron, and LeBron.
the Gibson relay is coming up. It's on Saturday, I think. Isn't it tomorrow?
yeah.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. It starts at 1 and end early. It will only be finals due to all this curfew stuff that is going on. But you guys
I
should
mean,
go
about
out
this
and
curfew.
What curfew?
Curfew is 12 a.m. right now.
well,
fam.
but that was before. Then we can't change the schedule, you know, because I think it's slated to finish like 7 or 8. But yeah, you guys should go out and watch the young talent.
That's
I
interesting.
think Elaine said now she closed her indoor season, you know, waiting for outdoors. I mean she still look quick. The start is a bit poor, so I want to improve on that start, but I'm sure they'll get it right by the time World Champs come around, or even the outdoor season. Guys, obviously, you know, on Sunday now, you know, we have our males podcast with yours truly. The ladies are fawning over Levon, Ryan, Stefan, all of that. They message me all the time asking about this guy availability. I tell them I'm not playing any matchmaker because when things go wrong, nobody's going to blame me. But on this Sunday, you know, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. You know, I want us to talk
You're
about...
cut blocking.
Huh?
You're cut blocking.
Yeah. call me the cut blocker. I send them on Facebook and I say, hey, add him on Facebook and talk to him through there. So not through me.
Give them
Right?
a
So
synopsis of what Sunday will be about.
yeah, so on Sunday definitely we're going to talk about pre-up and post-up. Our post-up I think that's very important. When I get married, a prenup is a must. We're going to talk about mandatory testing at birth because I think Jamaican men are tired of wearing those particular jackets.
Yeah, man,
They're
especially Kingston so hot.
Especially when it's on so
yeah,
especially when they
exactly,
put more and
exactly.
Kingston
Mhm.
and them place
Yeah.
there.
And then we want to talk about, if your parents or preferably your mommy, if your mom don't approve of your relationship, is that something that you continue and just disregard what you say, or from mommy don't approve, the girl got to go? And we have some other little topics in here as well. So definitely join us on Sunday, so we can get the good stuff going.
As I
Oh, just,
mentioned,
just another thing. Christoph, I realize why that is Devon Thomas you're talking. Him just as bad as Devon Smith.
yeah, regional bullets. But what I'll say is that Kim, you just mentioned about tracks, and you know what I'm really looking forward to. I said it to you the other day, man. I'm really looking forward to that race between the Clayton twin and Liston.
Brianna Liston. All right,
Definitely, man.
quickly. The reason why I tell you that I believe that Brianna Liston will make the transition better than the Clayton twins is because
Mm-hmm.
Brianna Liston, she took time off, right? She took time off. She switched to Hydel, and now if you look on her farm and everything, she's more
Crazy.
focused,
Bro,
running the best.
clean.
She's clean.
The farm, clean.
Clean.
If you
Liston is
look
the
on the
old
clay,
now.
It's going to be a
I
big
think
clash.
she's what,
I think she's
17 now?
16,
Yeah.
16,
16,
17
17.
thereabouts. Because I think
So
she's
the
I
twins,
think
so the
she's in
twins
class
are
one.
1 year ahead of older than
Class
her.
one. All them are in class one.
All of them are in the same class. But I think the twin,
These are
One
normally
year.
when
elementary, I
you
think.
normally when you run this fast and you're this dominant, to make that transition, you rarely see anybody make the smooth transition and be as dominant at the next level. So
Mm.
I think obviously it can happen, but again, I think management is important. Where you go matter, who is managing it matter. When you decide to do your career matter. There's a lot of variables. But I think Liston is in a good place. When she was at St. Jago, you could see that.
Um,
She wasn't.
Tina,
She
Tina
wasn't.
PB is what? 11.03?
Huh?
Listen? No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
Tina.
Yeah,
Her
Tina.
PB is 11.03, no, so, or something like that.
No, 1106, I think.
Yeah, it's around 11 or something though. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so Liston is how? What's her PB now?
It's far.
she
It's
has run from
way.
what, class 4? When
She
made the
hasn't run since
records.
class 3, I
No,
think.
she
When
don't run.
she made the
She don't
records.
run no. So she hasn't run a 100 meter, but she has run the
Yeah, she has
200,
run
and
100
she whop up both twins in the 200, but she was ineligible for champs
Yeah.
because she had transferred.
And
So
then
Oh, but remember now,
also remember that
the other twin is better at 200 than
I just said she
Brenda.
whop up both. She whop
All
up
right, so
both of them.
it's
she beat
1109.
she beat both at champs in the 100 and 200 in class.
11.09 is her PB.
Tina.
Tina. But
Oh,
remember that
Tina is
Liston,
11.09. Okay,
the,
okay, okay.
all right, Ryan, the only race that Liston and the twin ran at champs, right? Liston beat both of them in the 100 and 200 meter. That was the only race that they met.
Oh, Zin?
And I was in class 4 the first year. And also remember that Liston was the one that the entire world was going crazy over. She was even in Daily Mail.
So she's 17. She'll be 18. She'll be 18 in May.
They were saying that she was like the next Usain Bolt from Jamaica.
Well, let us see. Because class 4 to class 1 are different.
Yeah, it's a
What you
big
doing
No,
at
man.
class 4 no matter right now.
But Ryan, you what though, Ryan? She ran a 200 meter the other day, and that is the reason why people are going crazy over her. She ran like what,
No.
23 something, 23 or 32,
No,
and that's her
but
first race of the season.
Yeah,
No, but listen, Levon. Listen, you see, even
Crazy.
last year,
Mhm.
they had those all comers meet. They
Yeah,
had an all comers meet last year where they run against the twins because she couldn't run at champs. And when I tell her, when I say whop them, I mean whop them. So she's going to be the person to beat in that 200 meters. I don't think she's going to run the 100. I think she's going to focus on the 200 meters, obviously, and the relay. But she's going to be the person to beat.
I
And
think she's
she'll be
gonna
very,
do it.
very. You think so?
Yeah, reason I said that she ran the 100 meter at the same thing you're talking about, the all comers.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
All
she
right.
opened her
So,
season by running at 11.92.
I think she'll be very, very, very hard to beat. But let us see.
She's not gonna get beat in the 200, but probably the 100 then. with the
Yeah.
team. Might beat her, but not in the tournament.
But interesting
200.
times ahead, and as
What?
you now say, Kims, we have to fit it in somewhere because champs is going to happen before football season is out, before NBA is
Yeah,
out, so we
man.
have to
More.
find out with the 15 champs and
Yeah, no. Once we can go champs this Saturday. But depends on the schedule. Once you the schedule are going. Because
Yeah.
yeah, facts.
You must be
want to check
vaccinated.
in some of them. Want to check
Man,
in
you're
some
talking
of them
about Kim
youngsters
and
officially.
Ryan. Tell our viewers, you have to be vaccinated to
I
enter
know that
to
Ryan
attend
isn't,
champs.
but I met Kim that
What
is.
about Ryan?
No, I said I was saying to Levan that I know that Ryan isn't vaccinated, but Kim's.
Man, say you aren't, Ryan, the
I've
politician.
been vaccinated from November fully.
But I'll end the show by saying big up to everybody that's tuning in. Big up to all the moderators that got to work tonight. Although you guys got to work because I'm wildly up. I need you guys to do it more constantly without I have to tell you to do your job. So moderators, do your job. Commenters, big up on yourself. Keep on commenting. Keep on supporting us. Big up to Sherwin, who for some reason right now we have to talk about Arsenal. Thanks to Ryan for being here as always, and thanks to the voice for being here as always. Remember, tomorrow NBA draft. It will be interesting, and just like how you guys turned out for the football draft, I need you guys to turn out for the
When
NBA
our
draft.
voting ends.
I'll say Monday. Monday at around. I'll call it off Monday at 8. So when I'm going to start the show, that is when the voting ends. Because I didn't get to put up the post early enough because I had the answering. So yeah, Monday at 8. So, guys, big up on yourself, big up on the producer. And until tomorrow, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your night, and just watch some football tomorrow. Lots of football action starts 7:30 tomorrow morning, and I don't think it's up until 3 p.m. So, go and watch some football. Till tomorrow, bless up.
Yes.